Good day to respect member of the Board of Directors. My name is MD Kuzaik Malvin MD Aikal, and I am representing this proposal for a communication training program under the course OUMH2203 English for Workplace Communication. The title of my proposal is Proposal to Strengthen Workplace Communication. To begin, I would like to highlight the background of the issue. Based on internal employer feedback survey and purpose need analysis, several communication challenges have been identified in the organization. The first issue is inconsistent instruction. When instructions from management are unclear or keep changing, employers may become confused and need to repeat their work. The second issue is ineffective and time-consuming meeting. Poorly planned meeting can waste time, delay decision-making, and reduce productivity. The third issue is lack of collaboration. When communication happens in silos, departments may not share information effectively, which create gaps in teamwork. The fourth issue is reduced employee engagement and well-being. Employees may feel disconnected, unsupported, and less motivated when communication is weak. And finally, communication problem can also lead to a decline in productivity and performance because errors, delays, and misunderstandings affect daily operation. Therefore, communication is not only about exchanging messages, it is also a key factor that influences employer confidence, teamwork, and organizational success. Why this training is needed? This training is needed because the workplace is changing rapidly due to digital transformation. Employers are now expected to communicate through emails, online platform, virtual meeting, and digital tools. However, without proper guide, digital communication can become unclear, informal, or ineffective. Managers and team leaders also need to deliver instruction consistently. If their messages are unclear, employers may interpret them differently, which can lead to mistakes. In addition, strong communication helps to build trust, teamwork, and performance. When employees understand what they need to do, they can work with more confidence and less stress. Therefore, this program is relevant because it supports a more productive and professional workplace. The slide shows the overview of the proposed program. The program name is Digital Workplace Communication Training. It will be conducted over 2 days using hybrid mode, which combine face-to-face and online session. The target participants are managers, team leaders, and selected employees. The main goal is to equip participants with the ability to communicate clearly, collaborate effectively, and reduce barriers such as confusion, misunderstanding, and poor meeting practice. The main focus areas are clear instruction, effective meeting, collaboration, digital communication etiquette, and feedback management. This program is practical because it's not only based on the theory. It includes a real workplace example, role play, group discussion, and communication templates that participants can apply immediately in their work. Objective of the training. By the end of the training program, participants should be able to achieve 6 main objectives. First, they should be able to communicate instruction clearly and professionally. Second, they should be able to conduct focused and effective meeting. Third, they should be able to use digital communication tools appropriately and efficiently. Fourth, they should be able to improve collaboration between teams. Fifth, they should be able to give and receive feedback respectfully. And lastly, they should be able to reduce workplace misunderstanding and stress. The program is designed for 4 main groups. The first group is managers. They need to attend because they are responsible for leadership, communication, and decision sharing. The second group is team leaders. They play an important role in delivering clear instruction and managing team discussion. The third group is employees. Employees need to improve active listening, feedback skills, and digital communication. The fourth group is HR representative. They will monitor training, progress, and support staff development after the program. By involving this group, the organization can ensure the communication improvement happen at different levels, not only from top management, but also among teams and individual employees. Moving on to the next slide, I will now explain the training modules included in this program. The program consists of 4 core modules. The first module is Clear Workplace Communication, which is focused on clear instruction, simple message, and professional language. The second module is Effective Meeting Skills, where participants will learn to prepare agendas, manage time, and record action points. The third module is Digital Communication Etiquette, which is cover email etiquette, online meeting behavior, and the proper use of workplace platform. The final module is collaboration and feedback, where participants will practice active listening, respectful feedback, and conflict prevention. The training activities are designed to be practical and interactive. First, participants will take part in a role play on giving instruction. This activity helps them practice giving clear and realistic workplace instruction. Second, there will be a group discussion on communication problems. Participants will share your communication challenge and discuss possible solutions. Third, there will be a simulation of a board-style meeting. This activity allows participants to practice agenda setting, speaking professionally, and managing meeting flow. Fourth, participants will complete an email writing practice. They will write professional and effective email based on workplace situation. And fifth, they will analyze a case study on workplace misunderstanding. This will help them identify what went wrong and how communication can be improved. Finally, participants will join reflection and feedback session to reflect on their learning and give constructive feedback. These activities support the assignment requirement because the presentation must demonstrate practical application, communication strategies, and relevant examples. In terms of logistics, the training is proposed to run for 2 days. The venue can be either the company training room or an online platform, depending on organizational needs. The estimated number of participants is 40 staff members. The material include training slide, handout, and digital template. The facilitator can be an internal communication trainer or external consultant. The estimated budget is Rm6,000. This includes trainer or facilitator, course, training material, refreshment, digital tools or platform, and evaluation forms and certificate. I believe this budget is reasonable because the program can provide long-term benefit by reducing errors, improving meetings, and increasing productivity. The facilitation approach will be hybrid and interactive. A face-to-face session will be used for role play and group activities because these activities require interaction and immediate feedback. An online session will be used for digital communication practice, especially for email etiquette and online meeting behavior. The training will not only use lectures, instead, it will include interactive activities, real workplace example, and practical templates. Participants will receive templates for emails, meeting agendas, and feedback. These templates are important because they can help employees apply what they have learned after the training ends. The roll-up plan will be implemented in 5 phases. In week 1, we will identify communication issues through surveys and discussion. In week 2, we will prepare the training materials, including content, resources, and activity materials. In week 3, we will conduct the training program and deliver the interactive session to participants. In week 4, we will collect participant feedback to evaluate the training experience and outcomes. Finally, in months 2 to 3, we will monitor workplace improvement. These include tracking communication improvement and measuring long-term impact. This step-by-step approach ensures that the program is not implemented without planning. It allows the organization to identify problems, deliver solutions, and evaluate results. The training is expected to create positive impact across individual teams and the organization. First, manager will be able to give clear instruction. Second, meetings are expected to become more effective and shorter because participants will understand how to prepare agendas and action points. Third, teamwork and collaboration will improve because employees will communicate more openly and respectfully. Fourth, employee stress and confusion can be reduced. When communication is clear, employees feel more support and confident. Fifth, staff engagement can increase because employees feel involved and valued. Sixth, the organization can experience improved productivity and performance. Lastly, the program supports stronger deadlines for digital transformation. To ensure the program is effective, we need to measure its success using key performance indicators. The first method is through pre-training and post-training feedback forms. This allows us to compare participant communication confidence before and after the program. The second method is to measure improvement in meeting effectiveness. The third method is to track the reduction and repeat instruction and misunderstanding. The fourth method is through an employee satisfaction survey. The fifth method is a team productivity review after 3 months. Lastly, manager can provide feedback on staff communication improvement. These indicators will help the organization measure whether the training has achieved its purpose. This program is aligned with the organization's strategic goals. First, it supports digital transformation by helping employees communicate more effectively using digital tools. Second, it builds a more professional workplace culture. Third, it strengthens leadership communication, especially among managers and team leaders. Fourth, it improves employee well-being and engagement. Finally, it enhances service quality and organizational performance. Therefore, this program is not only a communication training session, it is a strategic initiative that supports the organization's long-term growth. In conclusion, this communication training program is practical, relevant, and cost-effective. It can help improve communication, teamwork, digital communication, and feedback among managers, team leaders, and employees. Therefore, I respectfully request the board's approval to implement this program. With your support, this training can help create a more connected, professional, and productive workplace. Thank you, and I welcome any question or feedback.